Welcome to the online maths class for class 7. This is a tutorial class of AIS, Asian International School Howrah. In my last video, we had a discussion about the multiplication of decimal number. In this video, we are going to see the process also, the division of decimal number. So let's start our class. So first we will see how to do division if we have to divide some decimal numbers by 10, 100, 1000, like we can say by the power of 10. So in case of multiplication also, we have seen that when we had multiplied, we just shift the decimal point to the right side, and according to the number of zeros present here, like this is, in this case this is only 10 to the power 1, that means only 1 0 is present. Here 2 zeros are present. Similarly in this case you can see 3 zeros are present. So according to the number of 0, we have done the multiplication. Similarly we will do division also, and when the 0, I mean the power of 10 is present, no need to do any other process, just we are going to shift this decimal number to left side and we will get the answer. So for first question, you can see it is given 32.56. We have to divide 32.56 by 10. So in this case we can see only 1 0 is present. So we will shift this decimal point to the left side by only one decimal place. So we will shift this one to the left side. So we will get the answer. Similarly for this one also, we have to shift this decimal point. So let's see first one, 32.56. So when we will shift this decimal point to the left side, we will get 3.256. Similarly, when we will shift this decimal point, this is 0.34, we are dividing this 0.34 by 10. So this decimal point will also shift to the left side and we will get 0.034. See, this is 1 0 was already present over there, so we are shifting this decimal point from here to here if we were dividing this, and we will get 0.034. I have written one more 0 over here. Now this is also 0.58. So before this decimal point, we have to shift basically this decimal point by 2 places. So when you will shift this decimal point by 2 places, we have to write in this way. We have to add 2 more 0 in this side, I mean in the left side, and we will put the decimal point, and then in the left side at the extreme point, this is the extreme point of decimal side, I mean this is the extreme left side of decimal point, we can put any number of zeros. Similarly, when we are dividing 0.8 by 1000, when we will divide 0.8 by 1000, let's see what will happen. You can see only 0.8 is present, but we need to shift this decimal point at least 3 places. So we can consider 3 more zeros in the left side of decimal point, and when we will consider 3 more zeros in the left side of this decimal point, then we will get 0.000. That means 3 places this point will shift. So this is 1. So we are considering one more 0. We are considering one more 0. So ultimately this point will shift. This decimal point will shift to the left side, and it will sit before 30. So 0.0008, this will be the answer, but we will put one more 0 over here also. Next, it is only 2. You can see there is no other decimal point. There is no other decimal point. This is a whole number. Whole number means what? Whole number means we can write 2.0 or 2.00 or 2.000. That means after these two, we can add many zeros like this. So we are considering here only 1 0. No need to consider this much 0. That means we have to shift this decimal point to the left side. We have to shift this decimal point to the left side, and that is also 3 places. So this is already 1 places we got. That means 2 more 0 we have to add in front of 2 to get those 3 places. That means 1 is 2, another one is 1 more 0, another one is 1 more 0, because we have to shift this decimal point 3 places, and that is also in the left side. That means 1 is 2, another one 0 we will consider, another one also we will consider 0. So it will become this 0 0 2. Then only this this decimal point will shift to the left side. That means we will put this decimal point over here before this 0. That means the answer will be 0.002. Now students, we will see if we are dividing any whole number by any whole number, what will happen, that we know. If we are dividing any decimal number by whole number, we will see what to do. And if we are dividing any decimal number like this, 1.001 by 14, then what will happen? So let's start from beginning. First of all, we are doing question number 1. We are dividing 63 by 15. We know the normal, what is the normal process, that we know. That means we are dividing basically 63 by 15. So when we are dividing is, so first how many times this 15, how many times this 15 will goes into 63? We know that table of 15. So 4 times this 15 will go into 63. That means we will get 4. So 4 15s are 60. So it will be 60. Then we will subtract it just like the normal division, and we will get this one 3. Now students, we know that this is basically a remainder. If you are dividing this whole number, this is basically your remainder. So what we will do now? So what we will do now? Now we can see, we can put in this case, we can put a decimal point over here, and for this decimal point we can add 1 0. This is a new thing that you are learning right now. This is totally new thing for you. That means we have to put a decimal point over here, and if you are putting one decimal point over here, you can add 1 0 here. So when you will add 1 0 here, you can see that 15 2s are 30. That means if 2 times 30 in 30, 15 goes 2 times. That means 15 2s are 30. That means now my remainder will become 0. So if we are dividing 63 by 15, then your answer is coming 4.2. So here the answer is 4.2. This is actually your answer. Now next one we will see. Here we are dividing 31 by 40. So when we are dividing 31 by 40, you can see here this 31 is basically less than 40. So in this case we can do one more thing. We can add one decimal point at the beginning in the quotient. And when we'll add one decimal point over here, we can add one zero here. Now we can do the division just like the normal division process. So how many times 40 will goes into 310? 7 times 40 will goes into 310. That means we will get 280. Now when we will subtract it, we will get only 30. So now due to this decimal point, no need to put decimal point again. Here already one decimal point is present, and for this decimal point we can put one more zero. We can add one more zero over here. Then again, how many times this 40 will go? 7 times this 40 will goes in the 300. That means again we will get 280. Then we will subtract it and we will get 20. Then again due to this decimal point we will get one more zero over here. We can add one more zero over here. And now we can see, students, that 40 into 5, that means 5 times of 40, that is 200. That means we can write 200 over here. Now our remainder is 0. That means until and unless we are getting 0 remainder, we can use the decimal point, we can add zeros, and we can do the division. Next question, let's see what was the next question. Next question was 43.2 by 6. So when we will divide this 40, what is given here? See, this is given 43.2. We are dividing 43.2 by 6. That means when we will do this division, we have to we can do it actually very easily. See, this is 43.2. We are dividing 43.2 by 6. So when we'll divide it, first we can see that how this 4 is less than 6. So first we will multiply how many times 6 will goes into 4? 0 times. So 6 zeros are 0. We will write first. Then we will do the subtraction. So 4 will come down and this 3 will also come down. Now we can see here how many times 6 will goes into 43? 7 times. So 6 sevens are 42, we all know. So when 6 sevens are 42, we will write here. That means it will become this. So 43 minus 42 we will get. So when we will get this 3 minus 42, students, you can see here that 43 minus 42 means we are subtracting again, and when we will subtract it we will get 1. Now you can see decimal point is present over here. So when decimal point is present over here, this decimal point will go here. This decimal point will shift from here to here, that means to quotient, and then only these two can come down and can sit here. Now this decimal point will not come down here during the division. This you have to remember. When we are dividing any decimal number, then this decimal point will shift to the quotient. This one you have to remember. Now 6 2s are 12, we know. That means when we will put 12 over here, that means we can get the answer, because already we can see that when we are already getting our remainder 0. That means here we can end our division, and if we are dividing 43.2 by 6, then we will get the answer 7.2. Now see, here we are dividing 2.575 by 25. Now when we will divide this 2.575 by 25, then we can see, we are writing first in this way. Then you can see that 25 is here and here is only 2. So we cannot use any other thing except zeros. That means 25 zeros are 0 we will get. So this 2 will come down after subtraction. That means now this decimal point will shift from here to quotient. So when this decimal point will shift from here to quotient, then you can see this 5 will come down and it will sit here. So when this 5 will come down and it will sit here, then we can see how many times this 25 will goes? 1 times. So we will write here 1 and we will write 25 here. That means you can see, students, already we are getting 0. That is our remainder, but we cannot stop over here because this is not end of this sum, because 7 5 is also there. So this 7 will come down here, and when this 7 will come down, then you can see that how many times this 25 will goes into 7? Only 0 times. That means we have to subtract again by this, and then this 7 will come down and this 5 will also come down and it will sit here. So when this 5 will come down and it will sit here, students, you can understand that we are getting 75. Now 25, if 25 into 3, I mean 3 times of 25 is 75. That means we can write in the answer, in the quotient, that 3, and we will put here 75. Now after subtraction 75 and 75, we will get our remainder 0. That means if you are dividing 2.575 by 25, we are getting this answer 0.103. Now next one more sums we can see here. Let us consider one more sum, and we will do in this way. Suppose we are dividing 1.001 by 14. So when we will divide this 1.001 by 14, then we can understand that this is 1, this is 14. So first we will have to use a 0 over here, because 14 zeros are 0 is only the way. There is no other way. Now when we are subtracting 0 from 1, this 1 will come down. Now you can see this decimal point will go and it will sit in the quotient. Now when this decimal point will go and shift in the quotient, then this 0 will come down. But again 14 zeros are 0 we have to use here, because this 10 is less than 14. Now after subtraction, this 10 will come down and one more 0 that will come and sit here. Now this is 100 and this is 14. So how many times this 14 will goes into 100? 7 times it will go, because 7 14s are 98. Now we will use 98 over here. So when we will subtract 98 from 100, we will get 2. And this 1 will come down. That means now so students, now you can see only 1 times this 14 will goes in 21. Now we are subtracting 14 from 21. When we will subtract 14 from 21, we will get 7. So after getting this 7, then we can add one more 0 over here, because we can see already decimal point is there. So we can add 1 0 over here, and now we know that how many times this 14 will goes into 7. We know that 5 14s are 70. So 5 times this 14 will goes into the 7. So when you will use 5 14s are 70, that means we will write 170 over here, and when you will subtract 70 from 70, we will get remainder 0. That means we are getting our answer when we are dividing 1.001 by 14, then we will get our answer 0.0715. Now let us see one more type of division for decimal number. Here you can see the question, that is 0.288 we are dividing by 0.9. These are two different decimal number, different in the sense these are not like decimal number. You can see it is 0.288 and this is only 0.9. That means we have to first make this and this both decimal number like decimal number. So you have to remember this point, that when we will divide any decimal number with another one decimal number, first you have to make both the decimal number like decimal number. So here students, we have to add two more zero to make both the number like decimal number. Now you can see that when these two are, this is also 900, this is also 288 after decimal point, that means these two are like decimal number. We can remove this decimal point from here. And first of all students, this 288 is less than 900. That means we need to add one more zero over here. And to do this, we have to take decimal point in the quotient. So when we'll take one decimal point in the quotient, then we can add one zero over here. After adding this zero, now you can see the division just like the normal division. So how many times this 900 will goes? This 900 will goes 3 times. So 9 3s are 27. So we will get 2700. Now student, we will subtract this from 2880. We are subtracting 2700 and we are getting 0, 8 and 1, 180. Now already one decimal point is there. So due to this decimal point, we can add one more zero over here. Now you can see students how many times 900 will goes. We all know that 900 into 2, it will be 1800. So we will add one 2 here because 900 into 2 is 1800 and we will get remainder 0 now. That means the answer of this one will be 0.32. Now one more example we can see, that suppose the question is given, you have to divide 21.976 by 1.64. So here students, we are dividing 21.976 by 1.64. This is one more sums. So you can see, first thing that we have to do, we have to make both decimal number like decimal number. So we are going to add one zero over here. So after that we will do the division. So it will be 1.640. We are dividing 21.976 by 1.640. Now students, you can see from here that we can remove this decimal number, decimal point from here. And how many times? First we will take 2197 only. So this 2197, that means 2197, we will consider only this much. This is greater than this. So how many times this one will go? 1 times. So it will come 1640. Now students, we will subtract just like the normal division, we will subtract. So this will come 7, then 5, then again 5. Now you can see this 6 will come down and it will sit here. Now see how many times it will go. If we are dividing this 1 by this, so you have to use 3 over here. 1640 into 3. So this 1640 into 3 if we are doing, we will get 4920. Then again we will subtract this, and when we will subtract this, we will get 6 here, then 5, and then we will get one more 6 here. Now you can see this is actually basically the remainder. Now we already know how to solve the division of decimal number. So in this case, students, we can add one more decimal point over here, and due to this decimal point, we can add 1 0 here with the remainder. So when we will add 1 0 here, students, then we will see that 1640 into 4, that means if 4 times we are using 1640, then it will match with this number. That means we will use 4 here, and this one will be 6560. That means you can understand now the remainder is coming 0. So when we will divide this number 21.976 by 1.64, actually 1.64 and 1.640 is same, then we will get the answer 13.4. So this is all about the different types of division of decimal number. That's all for today's class. Thank you, students. Take care.